Hey guys, it's Cody Cass here. Welcome back to video 2. Video 1, I showed you through all my gear. Guitar, other guitar, pedal board. In this video, we're going to go over some of my channels. We're going to start with my clean channel. I use a compressor. I have the maximizer, 2 channels on. I have delays, reverbs, and EQ. It's all I usually use at one time. I'll show you what it sounds like. And I'll show you another one of our songs. I use all that except for I add a chorus pedal in it. Sounds like this. I also have another song we use. It's called Bury This, and I use a reverse delay. It goes like this. I also use a phaser. I want to like change it up and be like. Now I'll take you through my distortion channel. It's channel 2 on my rectifier, except for I use that Marshall pedal that's been Keeley modded. And the reason I use that Marshall pedal to begin with is I have a parallel effects loop because I have a 2008 model triple rectifier, and you're not supposed to put certain rack mounts with a parallel, just for the simple fact that it doesn't split the signal or push the signal straight through like it's supposed to be, and it kind of splits it. And you have your own mix on it, and that leads to a lot of tone suckage. But that actually, that Marshall pedal actually gives me a lot of low end, like diesel low end. It's really tight too. It's crazy when I turn it up. It'll knock you over. Also, my wireless has a buffer in it, so it makes things a little bit cleaner. But it also makes things a little bit thinner too, so I use that to compensate for everything. I'll show you my main distortion channel. And then here's channel 2 by itself. I use it on softer songs just to kind of give it a little bit lighter dynamics. And it goes. And then when I tune in drop B, I use that Explorer. It has a lot of low end. And plus when you're tuning that low, it can make things a little bit muddy. And I took some of the low end off, and didn't really scoop my mids, but I kind of took some of the low mids out, and I let that kind of hollow its way back in there. And I use a Marshall sitting on top of that. But here's a Les Paul with it, so it's going to be a little bit thinner than it should be, but I'm just going to let you hear what it sounds like. The third channel with the Marshall. So it's not too bad. You can do a lot of good metal with it too, because it's real saturated. I'll show you some of the effects that I use. I have a song called Save You, and I'll use an envelope filter on that with a lot of reverb and delay. Sounds kind of cool. There it goes. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you the link to take you to my band's website. You can check all of our stuff out. Here's another thing I use. It's a harmony, but I have it set to 2 octaves up, so it's kind of like a pitch shifter. It's going to be kind of loud, kind of ear piercing, but I'll stand in front of my cabinet. I have my amp turned down really low, by the way, and the camera that I'm using is a somewhat older camera, so you're not going to get the full depth of my tone, really. But glad I didn't pierce your ears. Here's another harmony I use. It's for one of our songs called Forgive and Forget. Starts off to where it sounds like one guitar, and then as the lead goes on, it sounds like two guitars. I also use another pitch shifter built into the G system. For one of the verses for a song called Tear Away. And I use the whammy pedal for a 2-octave part on one of our songs called Invincible. It's going to be on that page also. You might want to turn your speakers down a little bit because this is going to be high pitched, but I'll show you the way I use it. That's the main way I use that one. I also use the 1 octave up or down. I use it for one of our songs called Bury This in the chorus. Those notes right there. It's a little bit high pitched too. I'll also show you how I use my phaser too. I use it on a song called Save You, a bridge. Now I'll go over some of my solo patches with you. I use my wah on a couple solo songs that I have, or solo parts I have, but I use my T-Rex only on that. I turn the Marshall off on it, because the T-Rex, I let it do its magic. But one of the parts I'm about to play for you, it's put up in the neck position on my guitar with a wah on it. So it sounds kind of thin, but it's really warm when it's cranked. And then when I'm in drop B, I'll show you how I use it. I keep it in my bridge pickup. Some of the delay sets I have. My favorite delay set for the song Invincible we have, it's for the verse. A little guitar part goes a long ways. I also use the Michelangelo in a clean channel. One of the intros we have to one of our songs, but it's tuned in Dadgad. But it's called Pages, but I have to be a dadgad to hit the rest of the notes in it. Even that part sounds weird without dadgad, but yeah. Also use the flanger built into this, which it's alright, but I'd prefer to have like a G-force flanger. It sounds like a chorus, but it's an actual flanger. I just have it set super, super, super slow, to where it doesn't really curve that much. But that's pretty much the main gist of my rig. If you want to ask me any questions, leave me some comments. You can also catch me on Facebook. My thing is facebook.com/Cody Cass1. The MySpace that we have, it's not the band's yet, because we're still finishing up our album, because we're doing a 13-song album. But I have a lot of our progress on there, so you can hear some of the newer mixes and stuff. But it's at myspace.com/the Cody Cass music, and we have 7 or 8 songs, so you should be able to get a good feel of my amp recorded on there. But anyways, thanks for checking me out, and hope you enjoy. See ya.